Welcome everyone to our 35-minute yin-inspired class. For those of you who are doing the 7-day yoga journey, this is your day 4. I'm so glad that you've made it to your halfway mark. We're really going to be slowing it down today. Yin yoga is a perfect way to get deep into that connective tissue and fascia. We'll be moving slow and purposely through dynamic stretches which will move us into holding some postures for longer periods of time. Taking the opportunity to deepen the connection to your breath and your body. If at any point during the practice you feel like you want to stay longer in the poses, feel free to pause the video at any time. Listen to what your body needs. Today's video is a part of a free 7-day yoga journey series where we're exploring 5 different styles of yoga and taking the time to connect to the body and the breath. If you want to learn more and join this journey, you can sign up with the link in the description box below. This series is completely free. When you sign up, you'll receive an email that gives you access to the guidebook and all the yoga videos. When you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. We're just going to start here in a kneeling pose, taking a moment to connect to the breath and connect to the body. Notice how you're feeling here at the beginning of your practice. Aware of the breath without making any changes, just noticing your calm, steady inhales and exhales. We're going to start today with a dynamic child's pose movement. When you're ready, you're going to clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, open the chest. Lift the head, maybe drop the head behind you. And as you exhale, start to forward fold, but keeping your hands clasped, reaching them over your head. Inhale, we lift up, open the chest. Exhale, diving it forward. Inhale, we rise up, open the heart. And exhale, diving it over the legs, reach the arms over the head. Inhale, we lift up, open the heart. Exhale, forward fold, keep the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, one more. This time as you inhale, we're going to lift up. You're going to release the hands, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, forward fold, reaching the arms in front of you, forehead meets the mat for your child's pose. Sinking your hips as close to your heels as possible, dropping chest and forehead onto the mat. Arms are reaching out. Breathing here, taking a moment to connect to the body, to the breath. Notice how you're feeling in this moment. On your next inhale together, we're going to roll forward onto our hands and knees, coming onto our tabletop. From here, you're going to start to walk your hands forward, coming into your extended puppy pose. Drop the chest to the mat, hips are over your knees. And now as you inhale, roll forward, hips down to the mat, open the chest, cobra pose. As you exhale, pushing the hips back into that extended puppy pose. Beginning with that dynamic movement, we'll inhale, roll forward into our cobra pose. And on your exhale, push the hips back into extended puppy pose. Inhale, rolling forward, open the chest. Exhale, push into the hands now, push your hips back. Inhale, roll forward, open the heart. This time you're going to push your hips back into your extended puppy pose, and we're going to hold here. Getting yourself comfortable. We'll be here for about a minute, keeping your hips over your knees. You're pushing your chest down towards the mat. Forehead meets your mat or a block. Arms are extended out, really getting a nice arch in the back and focusing here on the breath, finding a rhythm with the breath here. Inhales, finding some length in the spine, opening the heart. Exhales, releasing further into the pose, dropping the chest closer to the mat, arching that back. If at any point during your practice you find your mind starts to wander to any thoughts, maybe about your day, your week, any stresses, any worries, just gently bringing it back to the body, back to the breath in this present moment, focusing here on what your body needs in your extended puppy pose, letting go of what no longer serves you in this moment. If you'd like to take it a little bit further here, you can also bend your elbows, bring the palms together. This will get deeper into your tricep. Listen to your body. Honor what feels best for you today that might look different from what it looked like yesterday or even a year ago. Just letting it go and listening to what your body is asking for in this moment. Taking one last nice deep breath here in your extended puppy pose. And on your next inhale, I want you to start to roll forward again into your cobra pose, opening up the heart. Really pull those hands back. Again, we'll be here for about a minute. Getting yourself comfortable, maybe closing the eyes. And breathe here. With any discomfort, just breathing, guiding your breath to that discomfort. Finding space to let go of that discomfort. Know that if anything hurts, you just move out of the pose carefully. Find your way into a variation that feels best for you. Listen to your body and honor how you feel. Two more nice deep breaths here. And on your next exhale, gently release the chest down towards the mat. Start to push your hips back, finding yourself into a child's pose for a moment, letting go of the body, breathing here. If you'd like to take your arms to either side of you rather than extend it out, feel free to do that. This is a nice counter pose to the heart opener as we just did, letting the body relax and release any tension that might have built up. You'll begin to extend the arms out in front of you, and as you inhale, roll forward to your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, and push yourself back into downward facing dog, taking a moment to really pedal out the legs. Notice how the body feels here in this downward facing dog today. If your hamstrings are feeling tight, keeping the knees bent. From here, when you're ready, you're just going to step your right foot in between your hands, drop the back knee, inhale, lift the arms up, finding a low lunge. And from here, extend in the front leg. Exhale, dive over the leg into your half split pose. Inhale, roll forward with the hips, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, straighten in the front leg, push your hips back, forward fold into that half split pose. Inhale, we'll roll forward, reach the arms up, move with the breath. Find the rhythm. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, rolling forward. Reach the arms up. Really sink the hips down. Exhale, shift back with the hips now. Half split. Inhale, rolling forward. Reach up. And exhale, shifting back. Move with your breath. From here, you'll inhale, roll forward, reach up, holding here now in our low lunge. Really sinking the hips down towards the mat. Keep your right knee stacked over the right ankle to protect your knee. Reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. Finding length in the spine, engaging the core just slightly to keep your lower back protected. If having your arms reaching up towards the ceiling is a bit too much for you today, you can always drop your hands onto your right knee in front of you for some support. Or feel free to grab some blocks and use the blocks to help stabilize you here. Breathing. If your mind starts to drift and wander, don't judge it, just carefully bring it back to the present moment, back to the breath. From here, you'll inhale, reach, extend in the front leg, and exhale, diving it over the front leg, coming into your half split pose. Trying to keep your hips square to face the front. Right foot is flexed to really deepen the stretch into your hamstring and your calf. If having your hands on the floor is too much, again, reaching for your blocks, finding some height with those blocks. Trying to bring your chest towards that leg. Imagine leading with the navel as if you're trying to draw your belly button down towards the thigh. using your breath to get deeper into these poses. Inhale, finding length in the spine, expanding out. And exhales, finding your body going a little bit deeper. Beginning to let go, finding more space. One more deep breath here. And on your next inhale, slowly, carefully shift your hips forward. Inhale, reach the arms up for a moment's low lunge. And exhale, drop the hands down towards the mat. Finding yourself stepping back into that downward facing dog. Taking it over to the other side now. You're going to step your left foot in between your hands. Drop the back knee. And inhale, reach the arms up for that low lunge. Sink the hips forward. Exhale, shift your hips back, extend in the front leg, drop the hands to the mat. Inhale, roll forward with the hips, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, push back, extend in the front leg. Inhale, roll forward, reach up, low lunge. And exhale, shifting your hips back. Half split pose. Inhale, roll forward, move with the breath, find your rhythm. Exhale, shift your hips back. This time as you inhale, rolling forward, reach the arms up, low lunge. We're going to hold here for now a minute, finding yourself in a comfortable low lunge, making sure your left knee is directly over your left ankle. You're sinking the hips down towards the mat, engaging the core slightly to protect your lower back. Your arms are either reaching up, placed on the knee in front of you, or grabbing some blocks, placing your hands on some blocks either side of you. Finding what works for you today and breathing there. One more deep breath here. And on your next inhale, we'll extend in the front leg, reach up, and exhale, start to dive yourself over the front leg, coming into your half split pose. Making sure your hips are square to face the front. Pulling your left hip back, right hip pushes forward. Lifting the toes up, pointing them up towards the ceiling to get deeper into your calf, deeper into that hamstring. Release the body, release the mind, and focusing on the breath. Inhales, finding length in the spine, finding that expansion, length. And on your exhales, letting go. Finding yourself going deeper and deeper. Taking one last deep breath here. And on your next inhale, take your time as you shift your hips forward again. As you inhale, reach the arms up, find your low lunge for a moment. And as you exhale, drop the hands to the mat, carefully stepping yourself back into your downward facing dog. Taking a couple nice deep breaths here in your downward facing dog. And then gently we're going to take our right leg, guiding the knee over towards the right hand, and drop the leg in front of you for your pigeon pose. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, start to forward fold, drop your chest towards the mat. Inhale, lift the chest back up. And on your exhale, drop the chest. Inhale, rolling up, open the heart. Exhale, drop the chest, release the body. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, release now over the leg, either coming onto your elbows or extending your arms out entirely, finding whichever variation works best for you and your body today. Otherwise, keeping your arms extended, being up on your elbows, maybe even grabbing a pillow in front of you, finding whichever variation you need today. If your mind starts to wander, remember always coming back to the breath in this present moment. Three more nice deep breaths here. And on your next inhale, start to lift the chest up and out of your pigeon pose, planting the hands into the mat. Take your time as you step that foot back into that downward facing dog. Taking a moment to pedal out the legs here, stretching that out, and we'll take it over to the other side. Left knee coming into your pigeon pose, releasing the leg in front of you, dropping the foot behind you. Hands will find the mat either side of you. As you inhale, you're going to lift the chest. Exhale, release, forward fold over the leg. Inhale, we'll lift the chest, open it up. And exhale, release over the leg. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, drop the chest down to the mat. Inhale, rolling up, open the heart, find that length. And exhale, release. extend the arms out entirely, finding that full pigeon pose here. Releasing the body to whichever variation feels comfortable for you today. Maybe you want to bend the elbows like we did in our extended puppy pose, find palms together. Maybe you want to even grab a pillow and place that pillow in front of you. Finding your comfort. Breathing through any discomfort, letting go of any tension, any stress that we store in the body. Our hips are known to really store a lot of that stress and worry. So taking the time to let that go, physically and mentally. Using the breath to guide you. Inhales, finding that expansion, finding the space. And exhales, letting it go into the space. Letting yourself go deeper and deeper, letting go of more and more. Three more nice deep breaths here. As you inhale next, slowly and carefully start to walk the hands back, lift the chest, plant the hands into the mat, and carefully step back into that downward facing dog, pedaling out the legs for a moment, letting go of any tension. And then gently drop the knees to the edges of the mat, toes together, drop into your child's pose. Chest, forehead dropping to the mat, arms extended out in front of you. Finding your breath, finding your rhythm. On your next inhale, start to walk the hands back towards you, lift the chest. We're going to gently and carefully come into our final pose, our legs up against the wall pose. You have a couple options here. You can either have your legs up against the wall like I do, or if you don't have a wall, you can grab a strap or a belt, whatever you have, and wrap it around your feet, holding that strap. So finding whichever variation works for you, getting yourself comfortable here. This is a really great pose to do after a long day, to reset the body. This is really great after a long flight or just before your flight. You're going to hold this pose here. If your legs are up against the wall, you can have your arms either over your head, either side of you, hands on your stomach, whatever's calling you today. Really release the body here, letting go of any tension that you're holding that really no longer serves you. Letting the body relax in this pose as you focus on breathing, noticing the breath in the stomach and the chest here. As you inhale, they rise up, opening, and as you exhale, they release, letting go of all the breath. Inhale, rising, and exhale, falling, letting go. You can hold this pose for as long as feels good for you. If you'd like, you could start to bend your knees now. Just gently coming out of the pose, you'll hug the knees in your chest. Take a moment here, maybe rock side to side, massaging the lower back on the floor. Carefully rolling to one side. Take your time here, take a moment to yourself on your side. Notice how you're feeling here at the end of your practice now. If you find the strength, really slowly start to push yourself up to a seated pose. Keeping your eyes closed, just take a moment there, letting the body adjust, letting your body settle. Try to keep the sense of calm that you've created and bringing it into your day, into your week, into your month ahead. Coming back to this practice if you need to come back to that sense of calm. Taking one last breath together, we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, palms together, dropping them down towards the heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for day 5 of this journey. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so we can continue to flow together.